Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. The Orville is the new Fox show that has been created and written by and even directed by Seth MacFarlane, and it is a science fiction based show that has um, clear comparisons to Star Trek, and I am sure it is no accident that this is coming out the same month that the brand new Star Trek show, Star Trek Discovery, is coming out later this month. And it's a show that I have been mildly interested in. I mean, I quite like Seth MacFarlane. I like his movie stuff rather than his TV stuff. I'm not a fan of Family Guy, but I love Ted. I even like the Western comedy he did, A Million Days to Die in the West, I believe it was called. I thought that was okay, even though it got panned really by critics. So I like this guy's style of humour most of the time, and I do think there is a gap in the market for science fiction style sitcom, I suppose, which is the best way I could really describe this show is a science fiction sitcom. Um, and the first episode is called Old Wounds, and it starts off really with Seth MacFarlane's character comes back home and he finds his wife cheating on him with some alien creature. It skips to a year later. He's had a rough year. He was quite a promising officer, and then this thing happened with his wife, and he went off the rails a bit. But they finally offer him the captaincy of a space exploration ship called the Orville. Um, and they make it clear, kind of, that this is your last chance, sort of thing. So he gets on the ship, meets his crew, the usual quirky kind of crew you'd expect in a comedy type show. And then he discovers that his second in command is going to be his ex-wife, and he flips his lid. Doesn't want this, and throws a little strop, but there's nothing he can do about it. And their first mission basically is to deliver some supplies to some science planet. But when they get there, they're actually told that they don't need the supplies, this science planet, and they've invented something really quite special, but that can be used as a weapon. And some alien creatures are turning up to the planet to take it from them, and they want their protection. I think they're called the Union. You know, like in Star Trek, it's obviously the Federation. This in here they're called the Union. I think it's the Union. So they want their protection. So these aliens turn up. The Union tries to defend this weapon they've created, and blah blah blah. That's kind of the story that we get here. Now, I might be giving the impression here that I'm not particularly impressed with this show, and you'd be right. I'm not. I thought for a pilot episode, really, I thought this was tame. Not bad. I don't think it was bad. I just thought it was tame. I expected it to be funnier, and the laughs that you get in this opening episode are smiles, really, rather than laughs. I just didn't find it funny. I think it's probably too long. I think if they're going to go down this kind of route, I think half-an-hour episodes would probably be better. But it's like 45 minutes, the first episode. I just felt a little bit long, it was too long between the gags. And if you're not going to do a science fiction show and do it seriously, if you're going to do an obvious spoof, not spoof, but an obvious sci-fi Star Trek-y comedy thing, then I think the laughs need to come a bit funnier. Because when the effects and everything are really good, actually, when the aliens are there, you can see on screen now the effects are good. The effects of the ship and everything is really impressive in regards to that. They've not really messed about in regards to the look of the show. It just kind of like you kind of think, okay, well, what are you doing here? Because you're taking yourself quite seriously. You're giving us good quality effects and all the rest of it, and sets, and but if you're supposed to be a comedy show, be a comedy show and make me laugh. And I just didn't feel as though this actually made me laugh. And this isn't a show that has particularly made me want to watch any more of it. But what I will possibly do is watch the first series when it's completed and like binge watch it and see if it improves episode after episode. It's very, very early for a show like this to judge an episode too harshly on the pilot episode, but it just didn't grab me, unfortunately. But you might watch it and think it's fantastic. Not for me.